Now, bottom line as to why you should use advertorials is simply they generate more profit, they bring more stability in your business, and ultimately, they bring more enterprise value into your business. Moving on to the how. How should you use advertorials? How do you go about starting to use them? Step number one for you is to understand what makes people buy your products. What are your winners on Meta, right? What are the top performers? And what you want to do is simply analyze them. Simply take a look at the angle, understand what we're talking about, who we're addressing, what is the problem, what's the benefit, what's the solution, and break that down on keyword level, right? For example, here, we have a creative of a woman in her 30s, before and after, right? Before she had more wrinkles, after she has less. So that can be very easily summarized into the keyword, how to reduce wrinkles in your 30s. And there is search volume for that, which brings us to step number 2, validating it. Now, you've got your big keyword pile, you've taken all your winners from Meta, you've analyzed them, 20, 40, 50 keywords, whatever. You need to understand which one of these keywords is actually being searched for and whether it can be profitable. And in order to do this, we use a tool called the Keyword Planner. It's a free tool by Google that tells you exactly how many times something is being searched, and it tells you how much it costs, right? So, extremely valuable resource. And what you're looking for with your keywords is you want to make sure they have at least 200 searches per month, and you want the average CPC to be around max 5% of your AOV, so you're still able to be profitable. Later stages, you can even target more niche stuff that can be very, very interesting, but for the sake of this presentation, we'll just use the 200. Now, next step is actually building the advertorial. This is perhaps the most difficult part, and I know many of you have not built advertorials before, thinking, okay, how can I outsource this? How do I find an agency or provider for this? I would, however, recommend for you to own this process. And the reason for that is that advertorials are extremely simple from the development perspective. They're very, very simple landing pages. There's not a lot of magic going into it. Even the images, some of the crushing advertorials have butt ugly pictures, right? There's no magic in the pictures or the actual development. All the source, all the magic of advertorials is in the copy, okay? That is the main part. That is the main part that takes the user from, hey, I got this problem, I got these wrinkles, all right, Jennifer also had wrinkles, she solved it with product X, here are 3 ways, maybe I should buy it. And given that copy is the most important part of the advertorial, who can do a better copy than yourself or the copywriter that you trust?